Hello everybody, I'm Don Counts, and today I am at Lincoln Medical Center, and here comes Vanderbilt's LifeFlight's new helicopter. This new helicopter now brings Vanderbilt's total to 6, with 5 of those staffed around the clock. This new aircraft is called LifeFlight 5. It's an American Eurocopter EC-130. It has a cruising speed of 130 knots or 150 miles an hour, and it's equipped with 360-degree access to the patient, air conditioning, state-of-the-art navigation, and communications and avionics package that includes night vision goggles, a terrain avoidance warning system, and a synthetic vision system. This aircraft has identical markings of the LifeFlight aircraft, but instead of black, gold, and white, this one has been painted, as you can see, a generic blue, silver, and white in order to make it stand out from the current LifeFlight fleet. This aircraft has lower clearance around the blades. It loads from the side, while the rest of the LifeFlight fleet loads from the rear. This change makes the approach and patient loading a completely different process for emergency providers.
You got one on each end, it's like 300. You have 4 on the pitches. The first one's It's like, the only hazard that
If LifeFlight 2 is one with the stretcher that rolls,
the cool thing about it, it's always the other one. It's always the other one. Because of those both sides, it goes all the space. My old starter got hurt. And so it's back, so she's all that stuff. So be careful, church. And I've gotten all that information.
and that's what you're talking about, 4 people. You
You got to be on each side, that way it doesn't put a wreck.
Richard, who's going to go up this morning? Right there. So I can slide this thing anywhere I want. There's space over that way. I can crawl down here, untie his shoes if I need to. Right. Put an IO in, put a chest tube in, whatever I need, because this thing's got so much flexibility. So really, the equipment that comes on here is just in the package on the back out.
Today, I, along with Mary Beth Seals and Kim Jackson of Lincoln Medical Center, are going to take Vanderbilt's LifeFlight 5 for a test ride with pilot John Holland.
What I'm doing now is I have a checklist that I go through for safety, make sure that every switch is in the correct location before we do the start. And safety is the number one thing for a check, so that's why we go through the checklist. We're clear on the left, we're clear on the right, and it's an automatic start. And I'm looking at my gauges and my instruments that you can see here, telling me what my engine is doing, starting, just and you can't make a mistake. The engines on these run close to 300,000, so you have less dollars. You've got to really monitor the start. Okay, the start is good. And I'll continue on with my checklist. And what will happen here on my left, is a full synthetic vision. The helicopter is NVG. It also has weather. All the way, I can see the weather all the way down into Georgia on the system here. So the system is coming up, and basically, what you may have just, no, you wouldn't hear it. The system just came up and said my terrain avoidance warning system is okay. And when we make the approach, I'll talk a little more to you and explain what, and it'll actually show. 1 second. And we're going to have a little feedback noise just because we're all on board. And what's happening now is the system is coming online for what we're doing. Okay, before takeoff, check. Systems are set. And we are clear. Just so you'll see in a moment, whenever we start making the approach, you'll see this will turn yellow and I'll say, you can see the terrain. You'll actually see the mountains here and it'll go up yellow warning me that there's these mountains around here. Okay, we are clear left and clear right. And you'll see the big gauge tells me my power. The aircraft has, even with this load of people, we have the power to even take a large patient to come out. This is my warning system as I turn into the hill here. It pops up. And when I move towards that antenna, it pops up and shows me this. So this is a huge safety. You can see the antenna out to my left front, and it also shows it here on my screen. This is a major safety feature. Okay, and now the hospital is out your right door with the sun shining on it. Turn right a little more so you can see it a little better. How about that? Okay. Clear left. I'll be banking back to the right. About this. Do I need to be further away or are you girls okay?
I see it now, yeah, okay.
Okay, come back around to the right. How about that?
So neat.
You can see how much room and how much leg room you have. Not behind me, but over there to your right, how much leg room and patient access that they have. And you can
Great. I'd like to thank LifeFlight out of Nashville so much for this today. We're actually up in the air riding in their newest aircraft. They're taking some time today to do some PR events. Got an excellent pilot here with us who's been giving us all the details about the flight. If you've never seen the inside of an aircraft, it's pretty amazing. This aircraft equipped with lots of room. There's actually 3 of us riding along today. Myself, we have a nurse from the ER. Ms. Jackson, if you'd like to say hello. Hello. And Don's up here filming. Again, our pilot here is giving us a small ride. This is just a brief tour of what they see when they're up in the air and what goes on. Tell us exactly how long it takes to get from the base, from the hospital back to Nashville, back to the hospital?
Yes, this morning we came down. It took us about 25 minutes on our flight coming down this morning. The aircraft cruised. We came down. Cruises were like 125 knots, maybe 140 miles an hour, 150. But depends on the winds, but it's a very quick flight. And also the medical staff has full access to the patient during that flight.
Now, would you say that this new aircraft, besides your other aircrafts, there is more room for the nurse and the paramedic to have more contact with the patient here? Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct.
And also, we understand that this aircraft runs more efficiently than your other aircraft?
Well, they serve different purposes. This is a basic VFR aircraft. The other aircraft that we have are instrument IFR certified. They can actually fly in the clouds and go pick up a patient when we cannot do it with this one. But this one is much more fuel efficient because it's one engine. But the safety statistics for single engine have proven these turbine engines, because if you look up here, we have all these advisory lights, etc., to tell us when something is going wrong or an issue, and then we can land immediately with the aircraft. So,
and tell us about the IFR capability. Our hospital recently implemented that as well. And you guys are the only folks that can fly that way right now, that actually come to our hospital.
That's correct, in Tennessee.
What does that mean exactly?
The
That's
IFR,
instrument flight. They can actually fly in the clouds. Like if you were on an airliner and you were taking off from one of the major airports like Nashville and the weather was really bad, the clouds were low, you could actually take off in the clouds, and that's what they do with our other helicopters, and be able to come to this hospital and make an approach in the clouds. Then they would come out of the clouds and then be able to land at the hospital, pick up the patient, fly back into the clouds, and take them back to Nashville. So what LifeFlight has done is now they have combined all of the different capabilities of the helicopters, the IFR, VFR, for efficiencies, to make the program more responsive to our customers.
and as Don may well know, we actually use federal public utilities and the hospital to make that coordination happen with LifeFlight. We actually had federal public utilities come in and shorten some trees.
Yes.
And we also took the light poles and shortened them so that they were capable to be compatible with LifeFlight and their flying devices inside the aircraft.
Yes, this morning when I came in to land, I was looking at all the light poles because I fly all over the United States. And this is a very nice pad and very set up, and it's very safe. But I saw those things you mentioned, I saw that when I came in this morning.
Yes. Coming back up on the hospital, and we're going to be landing, and when we get out, we're going to talk to some of the crew from LifeFlight that's been here today. They're going to tell us a little bit more about this aircraft and what its capabilities are, and this aircraft is a very good thing for LifeFlight. Now, this has been great. We appreciate you doing this for us. It was smooth landing. I think it was great.
Well, I've been blessed to be doing this for 43 years.
43 years.
And
Excellent tour guide as well. Yes, you did a great job.
well, I want to make sure that all the people see these machines. I'll tell you this, and this isn't necessarily for the... If my mother, she passed away at a little hospital in Breesville, Georgia, and if they'd had this capability, she would have made it, get her to Savannah. It didn't happen. But I've devoted the rest of my life to training people and doing this particular job because I truly believe it's a blessing, like the young lady behind me, what they do, all the medical staff, and I just feel I'm very proud just to be part of it. Really, I truly believe.
You know, it's a very rewarding job.
And from Lincoln Medical Center, we had a flight there. Tell us what your name is, and tell us a little bit about the aircraft.
Yeah, my name's Neil Worf. I'm a flight nurse with Vanderbilt LifeFlight, the helicopter service, and the medical patient transport service out of Vanderbilt University Medical Center. And we were able to bring our aircraft down that we just did acquire. I mean, it's brand new. It's got less than 22 hours on it. It's a brand new aircraft for our fleet. We're just getting used to it. It's put out by the American Eurocopter Company. Its tail number today is 106 VU. It didn't exist up until this morning. So it's good. Yeah.
It's great, Mary Beth. It was a good flight, and the pilot did a great job. You got to talk to him during the flight, and people at home get to see that. And I know Lincoln Medical Center is proud to have this capability.
We absolutely are. You know, LifeFlight, we have an excellent working relationship with Vanderbilt and with LifeFlight. They do a wonderful job. They're always so good to come down and show us their capabilities and show us what they can do, and that absolutely means everything to us. And this morning we're going to talk about, as the pilot mentioned, the IFR capability that we have here at Lincoln Medical Center. That's a capability that was brought on there by LifeFlight, and I'm sure Mr. Neal will tell us a little bit more about that. But I can't say enough how much we appreciate Vanderbilt LifeFlight, and several of our EMS folks are out here, and they would again agree that we have a great working relationship with them.
It's very good. Let's talk about what is IFR. What is that exactly for the folks on?
Absolutely, and again, I'm not a pilot, so this will come from a non-pilot, but I'll tell you how I can understand it. It's Instrument Flight Rules, IFR. And what that means is if the weather's not so great that, in other words, if the weather's bad enough that we really can't fly without instrument assistance, this system brings us into a very safe flight environment. So what it does is it has all these satellite coordinates going on and transmitters going on. And we've basically spent a lot of time and effort to figure out a nice, good approach into this facility so we can take the patients from the hospital here or the EMS folks. In other words, the IFR will give us an approach, just like landed at Nashville International. We'll land right here, be able to have pick up the patient and transport back out to a larger facility. And so again, it brings us a level of safety because we've got a better control of our environment as we come into our landing zone here.
High tech, period, is all you can say. And you know, the medical profession is majorly high tech, and so is air ambulance is very important. And we know how important that is in a rural area to get someone from whether it's a cardiac patient or stroke patient or whatever, to get someone to a higher level of care.
Absolutely, that's correct. And amazing what we had to do. We actually, this helipad now can compete with that, and we can make that available. And we actually, Don, you probably remember, FPU had to take a tree out for us. We shortened some poles and brought some lights down. Just some little things that we were able to do to make that possible. And I believe LifeFlight, the only folks in the state of Tennessee that are doing that. So that's amazing, and that makes it. You know, we're all about convenience for the patient, so we're able to offer that now. And definitely, we want to mention today, Neal, this aircraft. This aircraft, a very new aircraft. You said 22 hours on it, and let's talk about you know, the great things about it. It is a little bit different than the other aircrafts you have.
It is a different aircraft, and we're still learning it. I'll be straight up honest with you. It's proven to be a very, very good aircraft. This is the first time we've had time in this particular aircraft. We've had a sister aircraft on board in our fleet for about the last 4 or 5 months. We've kind of gotten a chance to get used to it. Proven to be a very, very good aircraft. It starts quick. It's the fastest EMS helicopter in Tennessee. Starts quick, shut down quick, fast. A lot of lifting power. All aircraft in the world have this kind of problem with, if you put too much fuel on, you can't lift as many pounds for a payload. In this particular aircraft, we could put a lot of fuel on, travel a great distance, great speed, and do a lot of lifting. So if we have a heavy patient, we can certainly take that patient. This aircraft has a newer litter system, meaning how the patient is loaded into our aircraft. It loads from the side, and once the patient is secure in our aircraft, we have the ability to move the patient in 360 degrees to where we can get to the patient in 360 degrees. So I have access to every inch of the patient, whatever I need. As the hospital delivers a patient to us, or the EMS folks deliver, we continue the treatment that they've started, and they've done a terrific job. We just try to augment that. This aircraft, the way I can position the patient, just gives me the access that these folks would have in their facility.
And it's a little safer too, as you load from the side instead of the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a lot of folks, the EMS, Chad Brown, and all the crew here, and Richard Wright and them, you know, we used to load, and us first responders would load from the back, and I guess the rudder is a concern.
Yeah, and we still have those aircraft in our fleet. They're very, very good aircraft, but again, this just brings it a different level. Plus, this tail rudder that you speak of in this particular aircraft is an enclosed system, so you could still work hard and do some damage back there, but you'd have to actually work hard to get there. We don't have any business back there, so we just load our patient and go on about our business.
That's right. Well, we appreciate what y'all do. Tell me about where all you fly. I know we're really proud you fly here, but you fly probably lots of places. How far away from Nashville do you fly?
Well, great question. We go up into Kentucky, we go into Alabama, we go west towards Jackson, east up to the plateau, just kind of wherever we need to go. We have a number of aircraft in our fleet, plus a fixed wing, so honestly, we'll go wherever the need is, but typically a flight time for us is about 20, 30 minutes, something like that. So.
And one thing that we did cover is that, right?
Yes, absolutely. We did cover that, and we appreciate, again, LifeFlight and Vanderbilt. They do a great job for us. We thank them for coming out today, this little PR event, and we appreciate everybody at home tuning in. This is a really neat program. People got to see firsthand inside the helicopter and what it does. So Neil, to you and your crew, we thank you so much.
Thank you, and we appreciate you. We appreciate Chad Brown for helping me out here, and we appreciate you watching here on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6. I'm Don Counts, and we will see you next time.